And since we're focused on seniors, it actually doesn't matter your age group. When we talk about making sure that when you have your life come to an end, that your loved ones are able to fulfill your wishes, it's Make a Will Month. And there is a difference between a will and a trust. And here to break this down is a financial literacy expert with Pinnacle Lending Group, Andrew Levitt. Andrew, you're also on an advisory board through the state of Nevada as well when it comes to financial literacy.
That's correct.
So thank you for being here, Andrew. Unfortunately, a lot of people find out the hard way that they have a loved one who ends up dying suddenly, and there's nothing in place as far as what should happen with their finances, with sometimes underage children that are a part of the family.
Absolutely.
So we can take care of this starting today.
Absolutely. So the biggest thing is communication is step one, right? So leave a plan in place, and then the other aspect is you should have a will in place or a trust. Now, one's stronger than the other. A will is simply a document. It's a legal document. However, it doesn't have any really strong power as a business entity does.
Interesting. Okay.
And a business entity is the trust. So essentially, it can maintain possession of those assets and give directives as it's an operating entity.
Interesting. And so my husband and I have a living trust. We have an 18-year-old daughter, but you're saying if you really want to make sure everything is nailed down, an actual will is the right thing to do over a living trust?
The trust is the right one to do.
Oh, the trust. Okay,
yes,
I just want to make sure that
yes.
I have it right. So we were not led astray with doing the whole living trust thing. Wanted to make sure we got the right advice. But this is so important, and I tell you, you may be best friends with your sister or brother, but if you have a parent who dies, how many stories do you have throughout the years where it gets nasty if things aren't spelled out?
Too many to count, and then it's months in court and costs galore.
And sometimes can cost you the friendship that you actually had with that sibling or whoever it was in the family, where when it comes to finances, fighting will happen. So let's eliminate that.
Absolutely.
What is the first step? So you're saying if you had to, if you had your druthers and someone was telling you that you had to get something in place, you'd go with the living trust?
Absolutely.
Okay, what's the first step?
First step is, what are you trying to protect, right? So what kind of assets do you have? Do you need to go to an attorney? Can you download a template online? On our website, docsout.ai, we have a free template there, so you can go there and get it for free and don't spend thousands of dollars. But again, depending on what your difficulty level is and what you're trying to go ahead and protect, you might want to consult with an attorney or a financial advisor. It just depends.
And I am telling you that some of the stories when we went through this in our household, the attorney who we went through shared some of the war stories, if you will, and she had one client where they were hospitalized and they thought that they were not going to make it, and so the kids pretty much took everything out from underneath this woman while she was hospitalized, made a full recovery, and didn't have a home when she got out.
Unfortunately, it's all too common.
And so I am not playing this up or exaggerating.
At all, no.
So I guess I'm just trying to really drive home the point that it does not matter your age. You're never too young or too old. Today is the day to at least take that step. Are there some free things out there? Because again, it's one of those things, you may want to protect your finances, but your finances are limited. You don't want to spend a bunch of money to get this done. Are there some ways that it can be done affordably?
Absolutely. I mean, most of the time your employer typically has something with your retirement plan, so they'll be able to give you some tools and steps. Again, check out our site. We've got a bunch of resources on there. And you may not have a lot to protect, but maybe you have life insurance. You still need to direct where that life insurance has to go.
Sure.
Or a car. Basic start anywhere.
Final point here as we wrap this up. What is the biggest mistake people make when it comes to end-of-life planning?
I'll do it later.
So we can't underscore that enough, that today is the day. You've had this on your to-do list, but you keep putting it off. Just make that first phone call to get the process going.
Absolutely.
Andrew, thank you, and thank you for the work that you do on behalf of the state to help folks here. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.